Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion. This is the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube. We start here with chapstick. The crazy just because we have fun here. We do what we want to do because makeup should be fun, right? And speaking of such, the troll because number one, there's no such thing. Number two, you're perfect the way you are. Number three, you do not have to do or use or follow the procedures of what YouTube standards are of perfection. You use your own money, buy what you want to buy, wear what you want to wear, rock it with confidence, self-acceptance, self-love, embrace your natural features, enhance them if you want to. We love playing with face paint, but not change your features, because at the end of the day, or whenever you wash your makeup off, you are still you, and that's the you that you need to love. That is the basic concept of the Crazy Troll Nation. I hope that sounds good to you. I hope that resonates with you. I would love to have you join the Crazy Troll Nation and rock and roll on this troll train with me by subscribing to my channel, going through my playlist, watching my videos, liking the ones you like, leaving comments. I do reply back, sharing my content with other people if you think it will interest them or entertain them. Also, I just remembered to remind you, those of you who have been here, that I do curse sometimes on my channel. And if you're new here, thank you. I do have quite a few new subscribers. I appreciate you being here. I do curse on my channel, so I hope that's not offensive. Sometimes I don't curse at all, and other times I'm just like, I'm a train wreck. The troll train sometimes is a train wreck. But anyway, I'll show you what else we do here on this channel. I was watching one of Smith the Pack's videos, and it's not a newer video, but she was talking about using a concealer 1 or 2 shades deeper and with a peachy undertone than your normal regular concealer under your eyes as a color corrector. And so I said, and I did do a video showing what I purchased. And so just to recap really quick, this is, well, all of these are NARS creamy concealers, the Radiant creamy concealers. This one is the one that I use under my eyes. And when I say under my eyes, I mean I put here and here and then blend it down and then blend it around. I don't put it directly under because, yeah, I'm up close and personal. I have wrinkles. I don't call them fine lines. I'm fine. But my wrinkles are just wrinkles. Anytime you can look at somebody and see their wrinkles, they're not fine. Wrinkles would be like, okay, you smile and then you see like, these are fine lines because you can't see them unless I smile. But if you're just looking at somebody and you see all of that, those are just wrinkles. Keep it real. And so anything I put under here, the more product I put under here, the more it's going to crease. Whatever I put under there, I don't care what people say, the different techniques, blah, blah, blah. It may look good for an hour, 2 hours, but eventually it's going to crease and it may get cakey if I put too much. And so I try to put as little as possible. So this is Caramel Medium Dark 2. It says on here, the packaging says medium deep. And so it's weird that this will say medium dark. The packaging says medium deep. And it's like that with their line. I don't know. So I'm just going to show you, I'm going to swatch on my hand. I should have just inserted a picture. So that's 2, medium dark 2. This shade is medium dark, and on the packaging it says medium deep, 1.5. This is Sucre de Orge, and this is the one I use sometimes when I want to brighten. And so that's why I have a mini in this one, because I use a lot less than this one. This one is my skin tone, just maybe a hair off when I blend it out. And so it is really good for just evening out here and also around my nose and any other spot correcting that I want to do. The ones I'm going to try under my eye to use Smith's technique, this is medium dark 2.6, and this is Walnut. And I don't know if it's peachy or not. I have issues with color perception. To me, it just looks orange. In person, it looks like a burnt orange. But looking at it here, it just looks freaking orange. That's it. We're experimenting. We're going to do it. And if it don't look right, I'll just cake over the caramel on top of it and even it out. And this is 2.75 Truffle, which is dark. And it's But in a way, I think it might kind of work though. Like, I don't know. I think this would work before this one does, but then I don't know because I do have a golden undertone, like on my face, under my eyes is whatever undertone it is. But yeah, we're going to see. So we're going to start with priming our face, and I'm going to wipe this off first before I forget. So I have my palette here, my Inglot palette, Milk Hydro Grip Primer. We're going to put a pump and a half on here, and we're going to use our Rare Beauty foundation brush. I used this the other day for concealer, which was nice because it does get right here. And the reviews on Sephora, people were liking it for concealer because it fits right under here. They were liking it for concealer better than the concealer brush. And so I started using this again for foundation to really just get a feel for it, to see if I wanted to get a second one during the Sephora Rouge sale in April. Today I think is March 12th. I don't know when this will be uploaded. Y'all know how my schedule is. I just do videos and then figure out where to plug them in, which is kind of nice because I'm never without content. Or if I just go through like a week or two where I'm not wanting to record, you know, bad pain days. I'm a disabled veteran for those of you who are new, or migraines, which today is like the 4th day I've had a migraine. And so I took my migraine med. It knocks me out. But I drank some Mountain Dew to help keep me alert. And after this, there's another video I wanted to do. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just do a string of videos and see how things turn out. I'll tell you right now, well, you probably noticed from the time that the video was going to be kind of long. So pause and grab a snack if you want to. This is Caramel. This is the one I put here. And I'll put like a line here where that crease is, and under my nose. This is where you really see that it is more or less my skin tone. And I'm going to blend that out first just to show you. I should have did one side, and I always do that. I always say, oh, I should do one side after I've done both sides. My nose is dry. It is crusty from whatever is going on with my nose. It's not boogers. I'm going to put a little bit more because my skin just ate that up. And it's probably not a good idea to put any type of makeup when your skin is broken and sensitive like that. But you see that. That's my skin tone. Look at that. So I'm going to take this corner, blend that, and then I'll blend it over. But as you saw, I didn't put any directly there. And then I'll tap that in and bring that over. And we'll leave that like that. And you know what? I should have did her technique first before I put caramel on top, because the other shades were supposed to be for color correcting. So you know what? I just messed up her technique. And part of me is like, okay, if I am okay with what I'm doing, why change it? So anyway, since this is my skin tone and it does kind of just blend down, there is still some discoloration, you know, right here. As you can see, this is my double bag side, meaning there's a bag here and there's a bag up here. This one just has a carrier and this is a bag up here, and this is just my regular hollow. So double bag, double luggage, this is just one bag. So we're going to take the lighter of the two. This would be Walnut, and we're going to see. So we're going to put that here. Oh Lord, 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 Lord. And we're going to just stamp that. And it does look like a color corrector. It is noticeable. Color corrector is supposed to correct color, which should make your skin just look even and not really even see the color correcting color. That's the concept of color correcting. So like when you see someone that puts on red and you still see a bunch of red, it's not supposed to look like that. So you saw how this looked dark, but it did even everything out. You know what? This is not bad. Which one was that one? This was Walnut. I like this. And you know what, also, once I put on foundation, this will really even this out. So I'm going to put truffle away. I'm going to put truffle over here. And so I do kind of like this. It is a tad darker, but at the same time, it evened it out, I think. It evened out some of this discoloration that was in here. So we're going to go in with our Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup 4W1, which is Honey Bronze. We're going to put a pump and a half on the palette. This is just to get the excess off of the nozzle. And we're going to use that same brush. Blend this out first because it does dry. And so what I do is, like I do with the primer, I tap it around on the palette and then I apply it. I usually start near the center of my face. I do like this brush for this. I don't know why I stopped using this brush for this. I do like the Scott Barnes. And then I just pat under here, but you saw I did not put. Look at the difference. What? Okay, so now what am I going to do with truffle? Because I don't know. So I just tapped in again. And you see I'm only using a little bit. Start with a little of your foundation. And then apply more as you desire. I'm not editing any of this out because I want you to see the process. I'm tapping in again. This time I'm going across my forehead, making sure I get this area up here, my temple area, because I have a rectangular forehead, so I have to make sure I get in that corner. And of course, you do your foundation according to your face shape. One of the issues with the Scott Barnes dual fiber brush is that it's so big that when I do this part, it covers my eyebrows, and I'm not able to do down the center of my forehead, well, the center, well, this area right here. And so with this brush, and even with the Fenty foundation brush, I am able to just go along the side without being overly concerned with disturbing my brows. I do have another Starker Smacking, putting some moisture on my nose. I do have another one of these in my cart. I don't know if I said that already. For the Sephora sale. And I have another 2 weeks tapping back in to see if I am going to want to get another one, because when I like a brush, make sure you get back here between your hairline and your ear, because there was a time like 10 years ago I was missing that entire spot and nobody told me. Thanks, friends. But anyway, I am just about done with what's on my palette. I feel like I have a gap. What I feel like, but I look like I had a gap. But this is what we had. Our pump and a half is gone. I am scraping. And that's it. I am liking, sorry for yelling, my under eye area. I don't know about y'all, but I think that looks pretty good. So we're going to take Sucre de Orge. And I don't always brighten, because sometimes to me it accentuates my under eye area. When I asked in another video if it made a difference, I put the caramel on one eye. I went like this with Sucre de Orge, and a few people said, you know, it didn't make a difference. A couple other people said it made a very slight difference. And so I am glad that I got the little one, and that's why I got the small one of these other ones to try to see if I was going to like it before I commit to the full size. And also, if I'm only using a little bit, do I need the full size? I like this. Oh my gosh, this is nice. So now what we're going to do, we're going to take, I do like this. Wow. I do like this. I know I keep saying that, but I'm just like amazed. We're going to take the Fashion Fair and Truly Tawny. Love the powder, cannot stand the smell. We're going to use the same brush. We're going to tap it in. We put some powder in the lid, so we're tapping it in. And then we're going to just press underneath our eyes to set that first. Tap in a little bit again. Gosh. Loose powders, I always said how messy they were, but once you get used to them, they're really not. Like, you tap some in the lid and you work out of the lid, and then because the brush fits in the lid and then you're tapping into the lid, powder is not really going everywhere. Now, if you load up your brush, I notice when I use a fluffy brush, that's when it's like poof everywhere. And so I finally learned how to work with loose powders without it being everywhere. This is a matte foundation, so you don't necessarily have to set it, but I just have that habit of setting it. But there are some times when I don't, because it's like I'll be doing my my makeup, and then I'll go to do something, and then I'll forget, and then I'll sit back down to do like a video or an eye look, and I'm like, oh, I never set my face, but then it's already dry. Okay, I got a lot of powder over here. We're going to pretend that it's my grays, because as you see, I got a bunch of them. I have a family of grays right here. Like, they're always having a reunion. They never leave. These ones, they kind of scatter. But this little cluster, that group is like, we're here to stay. We're not going anywhere. And that's fine with me. I'm going to show you, and then also, this is what I was going to say. Whatever powder's left in the lid, you tilt it and just tap the powder back into the container. And if there is just a tiny bit of powder in here, I'll usually just take my brush and just swirl the brush around the entire cap to get the powder out, and just whatever is left on the brush, put it on my face or under here, and that's it. No mess. And then put the lid back on. So that's something I've learned that works for me. That is going to be this part of the video. Thank you for being here for that experiment. I do really like how my under eye area is looking. I am surprised. I didn't know what I thought. Excuse me for being rude. I'm just putting stuff up while we're talking, which I could wait till after the video, right? I'm sorry. I wasn't sure what I thought, but I am liking it, and it's definitely brighter than it is when I do it the way I normally do it. And also, this under eye discoloration, particularly in this corner, is not as dark as it usually is, even after I put on the caramel and the Sucre de Orge. I like that. Will I continue to do it? That I'm not sure, because that's just another step. But I am going to try it with putting, what was that, Walnut? I'm going to try putting Walnut first before I put caramel, because right now I have 3 concealers going on under here, and that's just too much, because as I said, it's going to crease. Somewhere along the line it's going to crease and possibly look cakey. Speaking of which, I'm going to spray my face with actually the 4th Ray Do It Hydrating Hyaluronic Mist. I was going to say hyaluronic acid. When I spray my face, I do always wipe it off my eyelids. When you guys spray your face, and this is a mist, not a setting spray, do you guys just leave it on your lids and let it double as a primer if you haven't done your eye makeup yet? So that's the question. Also, do you think you'll try this technique with a concealer 1 or 2 shades darker than your normal concealer and using that as a color corrector? But as I said, I'm going to try Walnut first, how I put caramel, excuse me, right here and on the sides, blend that out, blend that down, and then do my foundation and see what it's looking like, and then maybe just use the Sucre de Orge. But I am really digging it. I'm not used to my under eyes being bright like this, because to me it doesn't look natural because I have this coloration under my eyes. And so when, excuse me, so rude. So when I don't see this coloration under there, it doesn't look like me in a way. You know what I'm saying? And so thank you for being here for this portion of the video. I will click off and click back on, and we're going to come back and do something else. And so you'll see me in the next video. So thank you for being here. Thank you again to my new subscribers. Thank you for the returning subscribers. I love seeing you all down in the comments, and you will see me soon.